Hey everybody, I'm back. So, hopefully gonna finish up this dungeon. You discover Jeribeth engrossed in a task. She is holding a locust between two delicate clawed fingers, one of the locusts that previously comprised Xanther Vang, and you watch as she slowly pushes a needle into its body. The demon observes the locust's convulsions with fascination. This will require a lot of work to preserve this beauty. See, using another living being in one way or another, that is the highest form of compassion possible for us demons. To coexist with others we like and to take pleasure in it is simply beyond our capabilities. You did as you promised, Crusader. But you do know that making deals with demons is a losing game, yes? Lucky for you, I enjoy playing mortals so much that I will keep up the act and fulfill my part of the bargain. Ask me a question, I will answer. One of the Baphomet cultists ran from me, Xenadra. Do you know where I can find her? Xenadra is a crafty and shrewd liar. She has a hideout right under your nose, not far from Dresden. Search the temples of your good deities. Search them carefully. One of them is larger than it looks. I promised to answer your question, and I did. Now the only thing standing between me and control of the Ivory Sanctum is you.
Cover me, all right?
Well, that was easy. Good, no loose ends. Extend Meta Magic Rod.
Huh?
What does she have?
Oh, yes, what?
Lesser Extend Meta Magic Rod. Let's see, this rod grants its wielder the ability to make up to 3 spells they cast per day extended as though using the Extend spell feat. Regular rods can be used with spells of 6th level or lower. I think this is level 3 or lower. Yeah, so this is just better.
You called?
Yeah, that would still be useful for her. Anything else that really needs to be done in here? Let's see. Demons from the Ivory Sanctum are no longer a threat to the Crusaders. The source of their power has also been revealed. Nahindrian crystals. How this knowledge will be of use, only time will tell. Ah, there was another door back here that I couldn't open last time.
Beautiful.
Yep, that's it. Time to go. Yeah, that's right. I think I've already killed every demon army that I currently can. Alright, time to teleport back to Dresden. How did I encounter someone on the road like that? Oh, that guy. I forgot about him. Commander? I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? Ah. Survey the area. Oh, come on! God damn it! Well, failing literally all my skill checks is already suspicious. I find this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted. This is a trap. Forn is an assassin of the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Watch out. She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. Why would Thorn want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for someone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our good people's name, well, he washes it all away in their blood. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit, accursed wretch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. Or do you think that since I'm a drow, I know something I don't know the meaning of honor? I believe Kaelessa. Thorn, your deception ends here. That is a shame. If you had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Who do you really serve? I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Liar. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lies, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. Why did you ask for my help in your hunt for Kaelessa? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter, but to put her to death myself. Then I wouldn't have had to kill you as well. But after my first clash with Kaelessa, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead. And I provided some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness, but even more I regret that it was unsuccessful. You'll pay for your deception, elf. I am sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order, but circumstances are stronger than our desires.
To the fray!
yourself!
The light take you!
Desno, guide my hand!
I knew I would die like this, on the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders were you following? You think that since I'm at death's door I will reveal the secrets of my superiors? You're mistaken. I and others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I will remain loyal until the end. Just die already, backstabbing wretch. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I finally get an explanation as to what just happened? Thorn wasn't a dark hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organization. It wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Thorn to kill me, and everyone I could potentially have told about it. Meaning you, soldier. Tell me about yourself, the whole truth. I was born in Kyonin, in the blessed forests of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair Kyonin was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity. And I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Callistria. By night we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish. Liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time we were puppets in the hands of a priestess of Discari by the name of Animora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Animora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Animora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me, and the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, until finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I'd become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth, tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap, let the world know about the dark fate. But Animora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me. And they weren't the only ones, as it turned out. Tell me more about Animora. She is a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. Even among drow, she's a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Descari's servants. Fear her, her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures, her mind... I've learned the danger of her guile firsthand. The Winter Council, what sort of organization is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of Kyonin, a mysterious group that watches over the interests of elven kind, protecting them by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail, no tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the dark fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with the ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. What's the dark fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow, absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. Such cruel irony. The elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they have nothing to do with the drow, the most vile, horrid race in the world, and it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see. So what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Kyonin. Real friends, ones I can trust. Send a letter to Afanara, the leader of the border defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to, since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Because you will have to end my life now, soldier. Maybe my mythic powers can return you to the path of light. Your curse can't be irreversible. No more. I've already been changed once, and I won't let anyone do it to me again. Even if you want to save me, know that I would sooner slit my own throat than allow my soul to be reshaped once more. But if you can still be saved, if there's a dark fate, could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you. A light fate, wouldn't that be nice? But no, no such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, and I've almost reached its end. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I've spent all my strength. I saw Forn dying, I almost howled in delight. I wanted to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. It's the beast I've been turned into, and it will break free, very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Kalesa's life. Please don't delay, and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Is the curse that's damning you truly stronger than a passionate heart, stronger than a pure soul? Even as a drow you will retain your memory, your personality. You could still do some good, and struggle against the call of evil as before. I understand why you'd want to believe that so badly. You're afraid that you might be damned too. I don't know. Maybe you will ascend from the darkness, but that path is closed to me now. I'm exhausted. I can't fight any longer. I'm sorry. Goodbye, soldier. Composite longbow +3, leather armor +2. That's not better than the one that I have. Neither is this. Mithril chain shirt +3, belt of mighty constitution +2, ring of protection +2, ring of resistance +2, rapier +2, buckler +3, chain shirt +2, ring of protection +1. Same stuff. Same stuff. Yeah, I already have a +3 buckler.
Let's see what we can do.
Hand of the Inheritor. They concealed it right under our noses, and without Xanthir's notes, that incarnation of corruption, even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. Surely the Herald of the Inheritor can rid us of this scourge. It is impossible, Righteous One. I cannot do it alone. But wait, I hear the steps of one who brings hope. I am the Hand of the Inheritor, Herald of Iomedae the Lightbringer, and I greet you, Champion of Golarion. Heh. Can you stay like that for a little while? Every single person in Dresden hasn't seen the goddess's messenger kneeling before me yet. I assume you're joking, although I am quite happy to offer up homage to such a deserving hero. Please allow me to thank you for saving Targona the Silver-Haired. We thought we would never see our sister alive again. What brings Iomedae's herald here? Your deeds and exploits, champion. You have brought hope to these accursed lands, hope that the demon invasion will finally be stopped once and for all, and I am here to aid my goddess's chosen one. What did you discuss with Irabeth? This. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Dresden, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of the demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawn of the Abyss travel to Golarion. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that is accessible only to demons. So, this is where Minago fled to, and where all the demons in the city have been coming from. They can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. It is much worse than that. The barrier is imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I could protect you and the city from it, but even my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. This is what disturbs me the most. We cannot allow the demons to rebuild their armies and plot their next attack right below the sacred heart of the crusade. Xanther Vang told me about this demonic barrier. I encountered similar barriers in Arilu Vorlish's laboratory. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. I am impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together we shall open the passage and protect the city, and then we shall burn the Midnight Fane with the cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach that dark bastion of the abyss. The Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. You must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. We need to go now! Call the whole court and all the Free Crusaders and just go as soon as they assemble. You can't just sit here waiting for the Queen, good weather, and all the rest of it. By the time you move, the demons will have learned of our plans and will be waiting for us and will devour half the world or more. Ivu is right. I'm sick of the suspense. Isn't it time we did something the demons aren't expecting? Let's not wait for the Queen. We'll attack the Fane as soon as the Free Crusaders are ready. No waiting, no planning? Just gather the Free Crusaders and attack? Yes. Or do you think the demons are going to sit quietly while we summon Galfrey, catch up on our sleep, and polish our armor? Every hour this war drags on, innocents are dying, and the enemy is growing in strength. And yet we wait and wait. The demons have ambushed us time and time again. It's time to give them a taste of their own medicine. Yes, now I understand. A special flame burns within you, champion. It has led you to your past triumphs, and it will help us in this endeavor also. We will do it your way. Make haste to conclude any other important affairs, champion. We'll send word to the Free Crusaders and bring the fight to the darkness as soon as they are assembled. Good, I was worried we'd have to attack right now, before I'd gotten a good rest. It's like, oh, Desna, something truly miraculous happened to me. If only you knew. You're beaming with delight. Yes, I've never been so happy before. I used to, and now I'm... No, wait, this doesn't feel right. Look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have barged in like that. We need to talk one-on-one. I'll be waiting for you at the tavern. Greetings to you, Knight Commander. Ulrun Shapuk, Prelate of Canabres. I have come here at the Queen's command to be at your disposal. I have reinforcements with me, top-notch fighters from Mendev. They have all been personally vetted by myself for trustworthiness, and every one of them is champing at the bit to fight for the Crusade. How are things in Canabres? We are gradually rebuilding. The city is not what it was, of course, but it's no longer a pile of rubble either. Goddess willing, with time we will restore it to its former glory. What about your plans to expel the priests of Desna from Canabres? I executed my plans. The Desnans are gone from the city, their temple has been seized for the city's use. It is currently serving as an infirmary. But I did not renege on our agreement. Ramian and his hangers-on left the city unharmed. Are you returning to Canabres now? No, Commander. I am part of the reinforcements. The Queen commanded me to remain in Dresden and aid the defense. Thank you for the reinforcements. Dismissed. I am ready to carry out your orders, Commander, any time, day or night. Ooh, I am exhausted.
Tell me, Regil, back when you were a regular soldier, did you get whipped a lot?
Just the right amount to make me a decent fighter.
Commander, you have a letter from Mendev. It was sent via the Church of Iomade by a trusted courier from the Nerosian archives. It is sealed and signed by Inquisitor Lyoter, and I was asked to deliver it to you personally. So that's what I'm doing. Why do you look so puzzled? I know Inquisitor Lyoter very well. His nickname is Hawkblade for a reason. He works in the field. He does not deal with paperwork. I was wondering what he was doing in Nerosian, in the archives of all places. The most dangerous things the Inquisition can catch there are rats, not witches or cultists. On second thought, I don't want to know. I'm better off staying out of the Inquisition's business. Thank you, Erebeth. You can leave now. Oh yeah, I see some managing to do first. The commander came across the notes of Xanthir Vang. The experiments they describe are horrible, inhuman, and intriguing. Xanthir used to submit himself and his victims to metamorphosis in an attempt to become a living swarm united by a single consciousness. The commander can repeat the experiments, but at a very high cost. He will have to expose numerous mortals to painful vivisection, not to mention the fact that the commander himself will be subjected to unbearable suffering. No doubt the horror of the procedure will turn many crusaders away from their leader. Furthermore, there is no certain reward for such a venture. Apart from a better understanding of insect nature and a moderate yet questionable gain in power, the knowledge gleaned from the experiment's outcome will have no practical value. Not yet, at least. Crusade morale reduces by 20, removes units with a total value of 500. The elf Kaelessa's last wish was that her friends in Kyonin learned of her story. The commander is the only one who can recount its every detail. Kaelessa's friends will be thankful to hear the truth about her fate. 50 marksmen will be recruited at the commander's headquarters. Or the Winter Council wishes to bury the truth about Kaelessa and the fact that she was turned into a drow by the Dark Fate. The commander's servants can ensure that all traces of her stay in Mendev are concealed. Perhaps the clique of powerful elves will be thankful and see the leader of the crusade as a potential ally instead of as an enemy. Nah, fuck the Winter Council. We're doing this one. As soon as it's ready. There she is. There you are. I can't wait to share my joy with you. What did you want to tell me? Remember how I told you about Desna leading me onto the path of redemption? I was trying to mock her by corrupting the dreams of mortals, and the great dreamer couldn't tolerate that. She ruined my game and made me spend what seemed like a whole eternity in her realm. I had a lot of time to reflect on my past misdeeds, and when the goddess saw that I had repented, she decided to let me go. I still vividly remember her parting words, "And what do you dream about?" This riddle weighed on my mind for many years. Demons do not dream when they sleep. We don't have dreams at all. We have desires, and we act on those desires no matter the cost. How was I supposed to find something to dream about? I've been observing the mortals, trying to understand how it all works, and finally, I had my very own dream. So many years of hard work, I almost gave that up at one point. But here it is, a dream, a real dream of my very own. I want to show it to you. You don't mind, do you? Come, I'll take you to my dream. I can't wait for you to see it. Take me to your dream. It's cool and quiet in Arueshalae's dream. The ground is firm beneath your feet, and thin mist curls along the surface. In the soft, eerie light emanating from invisible stars, you see nothing. As you look around, you see nothing and no one except for you and Arueshalae. Nevertheless, the succubus is beaming with joy. There it is, an actual dream. My very first one. Is this what mortals see every night? Does it look like your own dreams? What do you think? Why is this place so empty? Empty? I don't know. This is my first dream ever. I don't know what it should be like here. There's nothing to see here right now. Perhaps I was so keen on the idea of having a dream that it made all my other wishes and urges too pale in comparison. Now I have to learn how to dream properly. Tell me, what do you dream about? What do I dream about? Peace. What a beautiful dream. When the war is over, we'll be able to... What do you mortals do in times of peace? Do you retire to the countryside to grow apples, I guess, and herd ducklings? Suddenly, a lush green apple tree with a flock of ducks grazing under it appears before you as if by magic. Look! Look! Now I have a dream as well, and it's not just something I made up. It's so wonderful sharing a dream with you. Do you like your newfound dreams? They're the most beautiful thing in the world. This world is mine and mine only. It's a bit empty right now, but I'm learning fast. Do you mind me taking a quick look around your dream? Of course, feel free to do whatever you like. That's why I brought you here after all. Yeah, not much to see right now. My dream, my very own dream. I don't even want to wake up from it. Now I understand why mortals compare all the best things in their lives to dreams. Let's go back to the material plane. Let's go. You open your eyes. It seems that no time passed in the real world while you were in Arueshalae's dreams. So, that was my dream. I'm happy I was able to show it to you. It is kind of empty right now, but I know how to remedy that. I need to keep learning from mortals, following in their footsteps until I figure out how to forge my own path. Naturally, I wouldn't even think of breaking into someone else's dream, as the goddess surely wouldn't forgive that. Perhaps I should ask the people of the city. What if they won't talk to me at all? Is there a chance you could help me once more? Ask the city's people what they dream about. They are more likely to open up to you than to me, and I will just follow you silently. They won't even notice me listening in. Wonder if I can ask my companions what they dream about. Nope. Now I've got a ton of stuff to sell. Oh, first... Keen composite longbow +2. Keen... yeah, that doubles the crit range of a weapon. So if I give him the +3... Huh. His crit range didn't change. Oh, it doesn't stack with other effects. He probably has improved critical longbow. So yeah, that is just a straight upgrade from that one. Flaming dagger +1. And these are both +2. Might want to hang on to that one. Definitely want to keep that. Why didn't I give her this one? Because it's not actually better, right? And nobody else in my party uses longswords. I might want to hang on to that. This I could probably sell. See, chain shirt +2. Nah. You know, I've got half a mind to just take all your equipment away. Nope, nobody else can really use those. Who uses medium? He does. But that's not better. And I doubt that's better than what he has. Nope. Yeah, maybe I'll just sell the hide armor. See, this ring grants the wearer a +4 morale bonus against confusion and fear effects if the wearer fails a saving throw against such an effect. After the effect ends, the wearer gets a +2 bonus on saving throws and +2 bonus on damage rolls until the end of the combat. Yeah, I think that might be suitable for him. Oh, I do have some +2 rings of protection that I can give out. And nobody can rage. Physical form +2, dexterity and constitution. Yeah, that's just better for him. Anybody benefit from a belt of giant strength? I might as well. Whenever the wearer of these bracers confirms a critical hit, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or become vulnerable to piercing damage for 2 rounds. Yeah, Ivu can wear those. Sure, let's give those to her. Alright. Those. That. forgot to check everybody's cloaks. Does anybody still have a +1 cloak of resistance? You can keep that. You've lost your new equipment privileges. Nope, everybody already has +2 or better. Yeah, I think the rest I'll hold on to for now.
Feel like a chosen one.
Yeah, who can equip those anyway? I have a question for you, one that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament is another thing we do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demons. I understand that Mendev's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'd be glad to get a half-ton of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamantine then? Or 2. That would be enough for... You can barely discern a whisper. The Templars, the weapons, adamantine, so many wishes at once. How about Anivia? I have a question for you. What else could I desire when I have my Beth? Arueshalae, quit hiding. You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Feeling shy, are we? Fine, I'll act like I never saw you. So, Commander, war's no place to be thinking about wants. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war's over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchen whenever the cook was getting the fresh bread out of the oven. Big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when the war is over, I'm going to build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. During the fight in the Ivory Sanctum, one of the cultists escaped. Her name is Zenadra. Do you know where I can find her? I got no idea, and no reports either. Although when you think about it, where would you expect one of Baphomet's cultists to hide? I bet anything she's hiding somewhere right under our noses. Besides, those demon-worshipping creeps just love desecrating holy sites. I'd search for her at a nearby shrine if I were you.
I can handle it.
Hey, wait a minute. I keep thinking the name Zenadra sounds familiar. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Maybe it is in one of the books. That was Mira. Never mind. Alright, I've got a bunch more notes to give him. I have a question for you. Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time. Especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped onto the path of redemption. No wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps my dream will disappoint you, child, and still I will answer. I have to admit I suffer from insomnia. Every night, as soon as I lie down, the ghosts of those who are remembered and those who are forgotten stand around my bed. The stories I have gathered swarm in my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone and my pillow ice cold. Maybe if I had a softer bed I would fall asleep quicker. Although I suppose it's not about the bed. Give him more notes. More story. My feet are covered by a crawling carpet of locusts. A few insects got under my clothes, under my shirt, down my back, in my pants. They are crawling all over me, tickling my skin with their little legs. They will not attack until they recognize me as a stranger. Protective spells are guarding me, allowing me to deceive the pestilent denizens of the rasping rifts. I keep very still. I am but an observer, an uninvited guest who prefers to remain unnoticed. I don't hold my breath when Demon Lord Deskari swings his scythe over Izyagna. I feel nothing when Izyagna deftly avoids the blow and tries to strike Desna in return. I am here by the order of Lady Nocticula. I must observe the fight and then return to Arueshalae. The affairs of demon lords do not concern me. Why did Nocticula send you to follow Deskari? I don't know, and I don't want to know. My service to the Lady in Shadow is almost over. It's the 17th year of my life in the Abyss, and I'm already counting days to the end of my term. Who is Izyagna? She is a rising demon lord, servant of Lamashtu. She simultaneously inhabits 7 mighty ant-like bodies. Izyagna and Deskari are always sniping at each other, but they dare not enter into open war, fearing Lamashtu's wrath. The current fight is just a small quarrel, 1 in a million. Izyagna came to the Rasping Rifts with only 3 of her 7 bodies. I'm sure it will be easy for Deskari to destroy the intruder. Where is your friend Kini now? Here, with me, of course. The stubborn lad refused to stay in Arueshalae and volunteered to accompany me to the Rasping Rifts. He said he wouldn't miss such an exciting adventure for the world. His youthful zeal and desire to live life to the fullest seemed to make me younger too. Please continue. Rift Carver, Deskari's scythe, swings up again. With the whistles through the air, it lodges in the ant-like head of one of Izyagna's bodies. Greenish slime splatters, the poisonous drops falling on my face. I keep very still. With a last convulsive movement, the ant-like body winces, tearing the scythe from Deskari's hands and jumping back, only to drop on its side and lie still. This loss will hardly worry Izyagna. To kill her, one must destroy her heart, which is hidden deep under Yanaran, a city in Lamashtu's realm. Disarmed, Deskari turns to Izyagna's second body that is attacking him. I slowly turn to Kini, who is sitting next to me. My young friend is usually easily impressed by such mighty opponents fighting, but the seat next to me is empty. Kini is gone. Forgetting about the danger, I look around for my friend. The swarm of locusts at my feet buzzes, displeased, but the need for secrecy no longer seems so important. Where is Kini? After a moment I see him, and a treacherous shiver runs down my spine. My friend is standing over Izyagna's fallen body and reaches for Deskari's scythe sticking out of it. What's so special about Deskari's scythe? Riftcarver has power over the material of the plains. Deskari made this scythe with his own hands from his mother's skeleton. It can cut rifts in the plains themselves. The Demon Lord used it to make the rasping rifts, his own abyssal realm in the plane of the abyss. Please continue. Kini, stop, don't touch it, I scream, throwing caution to the winds. My friend turns to me, his face baffled. I understand to an extent. The scythe able to rip passages between planes will certainly help us save Galarian, but trying to steal it is rash and stupid. We have nothing to defend ourselves against the Demon Lord's rage. Stop, my friend, before it's too late. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Deskari lift another Izyagna's body and tear it to pieces with his bare hands. But I don't hear his howl of victory. The Demon Lord throws away the still body of his enemy and turns to us. The swarm of insects is biting my feet. Locusts cover my eyes, hitting me in the face, trying to get inside my nose, mouth, and ears. Nevertheless, I get to it first. I grab the giant scythe and swing it awkwardly in the air. Riftcarver is so heavy my hands instantly cramp. I have no idea how I managed to lift it at all. I drop the scythe on the ground, but the damage has been done. Right in front of me there is a small rift, a wound in space. The smell of Alushanira's sewage comes out of it, a wonderful smell that brings me hope for salvation. I grab Kini's sleeve and dive into the rift only a moment before Deskari's claws cut the air where we just stood. I angered a demon lord and my life was hanging by a thread. I'd never have thought that something like that could happen in my life. How many dark sides of my past will I have to find? I'm starting to fear what I might see in the next pages of my notebook. Well, we've got more. That's it. I have a question for you. So many young men and women have laid down their lives in this war. They came here, young and fearless, just to wind up dead. Bringing them all back to life, that's my dream. I can only imagine what Ulrun's gonna say. There are rumors going around that the commander isn't just keeping a demon in his party, but he's also been seen paying court to her. This is idle chatter, I hope. Of course, it is nothing but idle chatter. Is that so? Very well, I'll take your word for it. It doesn't take much to set tongues wagging. I have a question for you, one that might seem strange. What do I dream of? I suppose there can be only one answer. I dream of seeing every damned cultist burn on a pyre. Every last one of them. One moment, Commander. Tell me, how much do you trust your companions? I do not doubt that your party has proven itself in battle, but several of its members seem highly suspicious to me. Take that half-elf, Camellia, for instance. I have no concrete charges to lay against her just yet, but I have very many concerning questions. If you are not opposed, I would very much like to have a chat with her. Feel free. Oh, there he is. I am well past my prime. I have seen far too much death to be afraid of dying itself, but I don't want to get old. However, if one has enough money, one can bribe time itself. Take Queen Galfrey. I wish I could afford the magic potion she has been using to stay young for over a century. I wonder what he'll say about Camellia. Let's talk about Camellia and her peculiarities. I take it you know about that too now. What's the point of discussing it? Go and speak to her. I don't know much about it. A Parisian shaman I hired to help Camellia said she communicates with spirits, hears their voices or something. Too bad the old woman couldn't help. The voices whispered something to my daughter and she sacrificed the Parisian to them, right there in the mansion's cellar. What was I supposed to do? I couldn't throw Camellia out on the street. I couldn't turn her over to the guards. I'm her father, you know. Perhaps help was what she needed, but I didn't wish to make those incidents public. The Worm's honest name mustn't be sullied by scandal. That's why I locked Camellia in the mansion, so she would remain out of the public eye. Who knows when a spirit might whisper something to her. I changed the servants every few months so they wouldn't discover anything they shouldn't. Sometimes thieves snuck into the mansion, or my guards would catch some bandits attacking my retinue while traveling. The roads in Mendev are not very safe. I turned such people over to Camellia to pacify her spirits. I'm telling you this now, and it terrifies me, but I didn't have a choice. Camellia says that she's about to get through to the spirit of Sarkoris and learn how to heal the land. Maybe it's nonsense, but what if it isn't? What if it's important? Do I have the right to halt such a crucial endeavor? Don't forget that I'm only telling you this because you found out our secret. If there's a trial or a scandal, I'll deny everything. I will not let anyone disgrace the honored name of the Worms.
Can't make the demons wait.
Right, Elor. I have to talk to him too, and he's in here. I'd give everything away to see my lovely little girl Lowry once again, one last time. Who else? Arsino, Nistra, Phi, and the one-eyed devil. Oh, I missed him. When I get rich, I'll retire. I'll go to Taldor and buy a villa by the sea from some broke noble. Maybe even buy their title. I'll surround myself with such luxuries that even ancient Taldan emperors will envy me from the afterlife. I'll have a pipe organ in my dining room and have it played while I dine. Oh, and harps and bells. Out of the corner of your eye, you noticed movement, but nothing else. Arueshalae has disguised herself very well to overhear the dreams of the townspeople while remaining unnoticed. I have no time for dreaming, Commander. There's a war on. But I suppose... There are several experiments I've always wanted to conduct on plants from the First World. I have heard that they possess unusual properties, but obtaining such plants is difficult, as you can imagine. Is there any word on Miyamoto? How is her treatment going? As far as I know, it's not going well. She's still muttering nonsense. She doesn't even remember her own name. She and I were never friends, Commander, but I admired her sharp intellect and her thirst for knowledge. It's sad to think that the same curiosity led to her downfall. Arsenal is over here. That is a rather strange question indeed, but if it's in order, I will answer. There is a saying, one can't win a war and keep their gloves white, yes? I do understand that there isn't much time and energy left for landscaping when you're fighting hordes of demons to death every day, but Abadar knows I'd love to see Dresden neat and tidy for just one day. No missing cobbles in the street, everything sparkling clean, flower beds blooming, all the lawns trimmed, glory and order instead of all this filth. Is there any news about the poor folk whose souls were stolen? No, but believe me, I'm not going to leave this alone. This is a serious crime, one that happened right under my nose. I consider it a personal insult and am willing to help Elon and everyone involved. Every day I spend some time trying to find the stolen souls with prayers and divine magic. My search has brought no results yet, but as soon as it does, I will let you know. Now, who is Nye again? Or Phi? Is he the tavern owner? Oh yeah, that is Tavern Keeper. strange. I asked some of the city's people about their dreams. Is this enough for you? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I have in there now. Let's go, I want to show you everything I've got. Arueshalae's dream is no longer empty. You arrive to discover an avalanche of voices, scents, and images. The smell of Anevia's fresh bread intertwines with the stench of the Templar's fresh blood from her wife's dream. The bells and harp strings produce the sweet melodies the one-eyed devil wished for. The storyteller's luxurious bed makes your eyelids heavy, and the trimmed lawn on which it stands would have filled Arsinoe's heart with utter joy. Do you see how many different things are in here? Now I too can dream like any mortal. I mean, this is a good point, but I'm not sure I want to just crush her dreams like that. Well, at least it's not that one, so let's try it. No need to be so harsh. It's my first dream ever. It's a miracle I'm able to have one at all. I would have never collected all these dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dreams, and do tell me if they look like the things mortals dream about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. Huh. Are those the cultists? Oh no, those are the cultists over there. Hey, wait a minute. How do you know what Lowry looks like? You've never seen her before. What the fuck is this? You open your eyes to find Arueshalae looking at you wide-eyed. The demon is breathing heavily. Droplets of sweat glitter on her pale face. She does not notice right away that she is squeezing your palm with her delicate, burning fingers, but when she does, she turns red and jerks her hand back instantly. I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. I didn't even want to see that myself. There's no need to apologize. Dreams can be strange sometimes. I suppose you're right, but I'm embarrassed anyway. That shadow, I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. The nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget all about all that, and I almost succeeded. But now he's haunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? I guess this is another confirmation that I'm now fully exploring the dream world. Will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing that he is waiting for me there? There are so many things I still have to learn. Mortals usually find ways to deal with their nightmares, and so will I. Thank you for your help, Benj. I'm sorry that you had to watch that awful spectacle unfold. Now please excuse me, I need some time alone to think about everything I've just seen. Yeah, that makes me think that it's outside Dresden, but I think I'll check here just in case. Oh, these must be the people who lost their souls. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Beautiful!
your peace.
I got this.
Can't you just die already?
I will resist! I will defend my dream.
Go.
Nice. Nice.
Stabby or zappy? Why not both?
So, you found my little refuge then, Commander. Can't say I'm happy to see you here. We're in a bit of a hurry, and you no doubt plan to wreak the same mayhem you did in the Ivory Sanctum. Why don't you come back another time? I was so looking forward to seeing little Kayado, but it seems you've killed him. Have you no shame? It wasn't the boy's fault that he fell into my clutches. Anyone in his position would have broken too. Why didn't you just turn around and leave without condemning the boy to death? You've got a heart of stone. I like it. What are you doing here? This is the temple of the Horned God. You can appreciate the irony. Grubby peasants were worshipping a god with a stag's head above, while down in the crypt I was performing masses for Baphomet, the father of Minotaurs. You idiot crusaders never even considered that the enemy could be hiding in your own holy places. This place was my secret lair, the place where I enlightened those who were seeking. But now that you have destroyed our stronghold in the Ivory Sanctum, it is time for the servants of Baphomet to go west, to a less dangerous location. A demon worshipper hiding in a temple. Very clever. You liked that. I am clever. Why don't we lay down our weapons and I can teach you a few other clever tricks? Actually, no. My master will be angry if he finds out. I will have to kill you. That is, unless you are clever enough to get out of here. You will not escape me this time. Let's see if you are brave enough to follow me, valiant crusader. Do you have the guts to pursue me into the shrine of Baphomet, the lord of the Ivory Labyrinth? Why didn't you just stab her right there?
Prepare yourself! Desna, guide my hand!
Let's see. The letter was written in haste and left unfinished. Glory to Lord Baphomet. Lady Hepzamira, you should know that the Ivory Sanctum has been raided. The Crusader forces are no doubt continuing their offensive. In light of their victory, it has become dangerous to maintain an underground sect in this region. I trust that Lord Baphomet would value a living Zenadra more highly than a dead one. Therefore, I hope that he will not punish us for our forced retreat. The commander of the Crusaders is too dangerous for us to sit here under his nose. I have summoned all loyal members of the sect. When all is ready, we will set out west via secret routes. I am relying on you to... What's this now? Oh, it's a rapier +1. Well, that's lame. Chain shirt +2, amulet of natural armor +1, cloak of resistance +1, firestorm and tsunami. Can Nenio learn either of those spells? Why not? Well, that's a level 9 spell, but she can learn that one. Oh, maybe she did already. Yeah, that's a level 7 spell. Yeah, I assume she would just... Like, she would have just killed that guy if I'd left him alive here.
Actually, I haven't yet found a use for those blue tiles. Those two are adorable. Priests of various faiths are asking the commander to banish the followers of a small sect that believes in the imminent demise of Golarion. These doomsayers scorn the gods with their words and demand that everyone bow down before the inevitable end. Are they followers of Grotus? I assume so. I remember that one dwarf guy from Kingmaker. Let's see. Send the sectarians on suicide missions, add 600 military experience points. Silence the sectarians, adds 4,000 leadership experience points. Permit the sectarians to preach, crusade morale reduces by 30, recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 15% for 30 days. Reconcile the sectarians with other priests. Crusade morale increases by 15, energy points income increases by 3 for 30 days. Let's go with that one. Upon hearing what Sociel, an adept theologian, had to say, the sectarians spoke with the clergy and reached a certain consensus. They agreed to be more discreet. After all, the end of the world is coming either way, so there's no reason to quarrel on its brink. Priests of Sarenrae immersed in meditation have received a sign from the goddess. The message was mysterious and unclear, but the priests agree on one thing. The time of the faultless daybreak has passed. The advocates of peace among them claim this is the hour of the triumphant noontide, yet their belligerent opponents believe in the advent of the sanguineous sundown. When the triumphant noontide, this +3 scale mail allows the wearer 3 times a day to raise a deceased ally for 2d3 rounds. However, after this the ally dies again. What's the other one? Whenever the enemy confirms a critical hit against the wielder of this +3 mithril scale mail, every enemy in a 30-foot area must pass a fortitude saving throw, DC 20, or become blinded for 1d4 rounds and suffer 4d6 positive energy damage. Successful saving throw negates blindness and halves the damage. That sounds a lot more useful. The goddess's patience has run out, and she is now willing to bring down her wrath on her dark enemies. Her power will smite the impure as it once scourged Rovagug. The sun will drive away the darkness and incinerate its minions in this last bloody sunset. Right, let's send this. And that's about all I can do right now. I think...
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Spell removes fatigue and exhausted effects from all party members. Well, dang, why are we even resting? Well, because we can't actually use this on the world map, that's why. Ah, here we go.
Let's see what we can do.
All right. Nope, wrong way. Well, that works. That doesn't work. Ah. No. No, that doesn't work. It's hard to tell. Oh, those two are just the same. Well, okay, it can't be that then. This one? No, that doesn't work. Alright. Looks like this is gonna be the hardest part to get right, so let's just start here. Turning off the filters makes it easier. Okay, so I know that's the wrong one for that. See if we can find any identical ones. I don't see any identical. No, that's the wrong way. There we go. Nope. This is gonna be really irritating. Yeah, I don't have the time or patience to do this. all the tiles I have now. Let's see if anything's happened while I was gone. Take another rest.
So, how have you described paladins in this encyclopedia of yours, Nenyo? I bet it's something like bullheaded and boring warriors fixated on the principles of goodness and fairness. That's how the world sees us, right?
My definition is something like noble warriors, defenders of the dejected and the downtrodden, who display an aversion to evil in all its manifestations. But your version is also good. I'll add it in.
Nothing new there. Yeah, so this is wait. But does that mean wait, or does that mean talk to the hand of the inheritor? And that triggers the start of it. Look, the Goldeny man will turn to stone if he doesn't move soon. We need to break this barrier quickly, call up all the court and attack the demons. Otherwise they'll find out what we're planning and plot all kinds of nasty stuff. What do you think of the Sword of Valor? It has changed under the effect of my powers. Do not fret, champion. The great relic given to the world by my lady Iomade will continue to serve you, just as it has served all people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties, it has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I. For the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Iomade herself. It seems that I caused the Sword of Valor to change. Blood from the wound on my chest fell onto the banner, and that means this mysterious wound is a mark of valor given to you by my mistress, setting you apart from all the rest, champion. Are you sure this wound is a gift from Iomade? No, I could be mistaken and unable to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but her hand. I do not test her will with my doubts nor crave answers to my questions. I simply trust and serve, but I know that if your body had been harmed by malevolent fiends, my goddess would have extended her mercy to you and healed you. I have heard you. Do not allow doubt and fear to enter your heart. My lady will not abandon us. Tell me about yourself and your goddess. I will gladly answer any questions. What is it like, being the herald of a deity? It is a great honor and a great responsibility. The herald is not always the strongest among a deity's servants, but the herald is always one who embodies the key principles of their faith. This means that I am bound to uphold the highest ideals of Iomade: righteous valor, justice, and honor. This is a tall order, even for an angel, but I cannot falter in my duty even slightly. Therein lies my service to the goddess and the thousands of her faithful followers. What does a herald usually do? I serve as the hand and voice of the goddess, carrying out her will and delivering her message. When her radiance has no tasks for me, I am occupied by the same duties as the other warriors of heaven. I keep unfailing watch over the goddess's domain. I escort the souls of the faithful to Pharasma's court, and then on to their waiting afterlife. I also watch over the goddess's chosen, and when the opportunity arises, I descend into hell to engage in honest combat with the devils. It allows me to study their tactics. What is Iomade like? No doubt you are hoping to hear a tale of her untold divine might and the awe she elicits in those around her. Yes, this is true of the inheritor, but it is also true that she seemed much closer and understandable to you than to others, such as myself. For example, Iomade was born an ordinary person in the cursed lands of Cheliax, and traveled a long road before she became the righteous queen of heaven, but she has never forgotten who she was before. I am older than my lady goddess, much older, and still I bow down before her foresight and wisdom. We immortals who spend much of our time on the outer planes can sometimes struggle to comprehend the pain, fear, and joy that mortals feel. But not Iomade. She is as human as she is divine. Why is Heaven's host not aiding the Crusaders? You could have destroyed the world wound long ago. You cannot imagine how your question fills me with sorrow. My greatest desire since the day the world wound opened was to come here at the head of a light-bringing army and drive out the legions of darkness, to harry them until they were cowering in the farthest corners of the abyss. But alas, we, the first servants of the gods, are greatly restricted in what we can do. The Crusades are the mortals' battle for their own world. If I bring angelic forces here, it will become a war between heaven and the abyss. Waves of power, magic incinerating everything within sight, armies of celestials and demons fighting in every corner of this world. The consequences would be horrific. Remember, everything you have seen up to now has been the work of only 3 demon lords, Descari and Baphomet, who were supported by Nocticula, the mistress of guile. But in the abyss there are dozens of creatures with similar power. They are disunited and despise one another almost as much as they despise all that is light and righteous. But be sure that they will not miss a chance to sink their teeth into heaven's throat. If all the demon lords marched into Galarian, it would be the stuff of nightmares, and it cannot be allowed to become a reality. If you can't interfere in the course of the crusade, why are you helping me? There's permissible interference, and then there's crossing the line. I was permitted to create the ward stones and gift them to the Crusaders, to offer my advice, and from time to time even appear on the battlefield myself to accompany several allies. This does not stray beyond the bounds of the Mortals' War. I could have been summoned with equal success by a faithful cleric. But the appearance here of Heaven's multitudinous host in full force is another matter entirely. Alas, for now, I can only offer you this, my presence and a small troop of my loyal soldiers. Thank you for your answers. I am here to illuminate you, champion. I want to talk to you about angels. You have my full attention. How are angels made? Like other supernatural beings, we most often, though not always, are born from the souls of mortals. You must be aware of the grand laws governing the cycle of birth and death. After Pharasma's court, each mortal soul receives their merited afterlife. Hell and the abyss, heaven and Elysium. Each soul goes to the plane that called to them in life. But when they arrive at their destination, a different fate awaits each soul. Where evil reigns supreme, souls typically become commodities or prey, and a scant few are reborn as wicked fiends. In the planes of good, souls are destined for peaceful rest, or great deeds in a new guise. Such is the lot of angels. We are born from the souls of noble mortals. One soul, or several, it can vary. Sometimes the gods can also create angels out of the essence of their plane. But this essence also contains fragments of good souls. What is the difference between angels and mortals? That is a question for sages and philosophers to debate. I am just a simple warrior. Although many supernatural beings are born from the souls of mortals, we are not mortals. We are cut from the cloth of the plane from which we originate. We are an idea made flesh. Many things mortals care deeply about mean nothing to us, such as time, for instance, or gender. Only a few of my kind see themselves as male or female. For the majority of angels, these words are meaningless. We can communicate with any creature without learning their language, and we do not freeze in even the most terrible frost. We are different, but we will never look down on mortals because of that, and we will never ever stop praying for you or protecting you. A dying angel appeared before me in the dungeons beneath Canabris. He had left his flaming sword in the rubble there. I can guess who it was. Lariel, my long-lost comrade and friend. He disappeared without a trace back in those dark days when the world wound opened its jaws for a second time and swallowed up new lands. I mourn him as bitterly today as I did back then, but I also rejoice that he was able to call to us, to you, across the expanse of time. We lose old allies and gain new ones, and we will not surrender no matter how great the losses, no matter how deadly the enemy. Tell me about the angel Targona, the one I rescued from Arilu's laboratory. Targona, my brave sister-in-arms, has returned to the halls of heaven now. Her imprisonment was a heavy burden for her. The corrupted wing that the witch Arilu rewarded her with is poisoning Targona's days with fear and worry. But she is being cared for by the finest healers in heaven. I have faith and hope that we will be able to help her. In Canabris, I touched the ward stones and I saw the angels trapped inside. It was a heavy decision for all of us. My mistress sent out a call to take a stand against the demons, and many angels of heaven answered it. We chose the noblest and bravest from among those who volunteered to sacrifice their freedom for the sake of Golarion, and we locked their souls inside the ward stones. They were fated to stand guard there, inside the cold depths of stone, pitting their unbending will against creeping demonic corruption. But alas, the goddess and I failed to account for the weakness that lurks even in the best of us. Time has not been kind to my brothers and sisters. Despair has taken root in their souls, forcing them to act against their goddess and their calling. Thank you for being brave enough to put an end to their vigil. I pray that the gods of light help my brothers and sisters, wherever they may be now. I do not condemn them. I do not know if I could have withstood the demonic corruption if I had been in their place. Thank you. I found out everything I wanted to know. It has been a pleasure speaking with you, champion. Can you tell me anything about my power? I'm afraid not. Even I am not privy to all the workings of my radiant mistress. I believe that she has chosen you, and I know that she watches over her chosen ones most attentively. She does not lead mortals by the hand, but allows them to prove themselves, to prove that they are worthy of her divine mercy. I am amazed by the form the divine gift has taken within you, but I am often surprised by mortals. What matters most is that you are leading the Crusaders to victory and ridding Galarian of the world wound once and for all. While Iomade was still mortal, she underwent the test of the Starstone and gained her godhood. It may well be that you are experiencing a similar trial, at the end of which you will gain true righteousness and power. I have to go. Yeah, so I guess I'm just waiting now. Said it shouldn't take more than a week, though. I think I can just skip days from in here. Yeah. Alright, well, I think I'll end it here for now. This has gone on pretty long already. Alright, well, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.